has come for me to tell you about that no good man of mine. You know how some men love their wives, and when they come home in the evenings, they bring home beautiful flowers, roses, chrysanthemums, daffodils. My man brings me home cactus plants with poison ivy on the side. Something is definitely wrong with that man. Because you see, I'm not your everyday average wife. Because you see, I get up every morning, fix this beautiful breakfast for my man. Not your everyday continental breakfast, not that cheese and bread stuff. I take my time, I get up, I fix eggs, bacon, toast, coffee, grits, gravy, biscuits with butter, neck bones, collard greens, candied yams, black-eyed peas, cornbread. And I never forget the Alka-Seltzers because it's quite early in the morning. Because this man has no feelings. He gets up, come downstairs, go out on the porch with these red and white polka dot long drawers on. Grabs his newspaper, comes down to my breakfast table with this big funky green cigar. Puts his paper up in the front of us and drinks his coffee. And I ask him something sexy like, honey, how was our night last night? He foolishly looks at me with one eye and says, I don't want to talk about it. He never wants to talk about anything. I say, oh well, maybe he's having problems on the job. Because you know how some of you men are when your secretary don't sit on your lap and spoon feed you your coffee like you want her to. You take it out on the wives when you come home, right? I knew I was going to have to do something about this. So I walked over to the door and stood there about 5 minutes with my soft, sweet, sexy lips perched, waiting for a kiss before he left for work. He passed right by me, started up that 65 raggedy Mustang, rootin'. Well, I said, have a nice day today at the office here, dear. He foolishly looked back again and said, I don't want to talk about it. But I knew that I was going to have to fix this, so I go inside, upstairs, into my boudoir. In case you don't know what boudoir is, that's my bedroom. I go upstairs and reach into the right-hand corner of my boudoir, took out that sexy red negligee, the one with the strings that kind of tremble when you walk. Reached up into the left-hand corner, took out that king-size bottle of Estee Lauder. Sprayed a little bit behind my left ear, a little bit behind my right ear, a little bit around my chest, and a whole lot around that other place that's much too sophisticated to mention. Sit there with my legs crossed, waiting for the gentle ringing of the doorbell. This man never rings the doorbell. It's always a loud knock. Who is it? Jimmy. That's him. Oh, I'm all excited. I'm standing behind the door with my negligee on, my sexy lips waiting for a kiss. Estee Lauder on. When he opens the door, he passes right by me. Never noticed that Estee Lauder? Never noticed my lips? And do you know how hard it is to put all of this, all of me, in a little red negligee? I didn't let that worry me. I walked over to the fridge to get him his favorite drink. Texas Lone Star beer. That's exactly what it is. That stuff is so bad, you drop one drop on your boots and you can shine them for 1 year. Never have to worry about them again. But me, nah, I didn't wish that on him. I went into my favorite wine cabinet and took him out a very expensive bottle of my Chablis. Because you guys, you fellas, you know what that wine does for you. Crosses your eyes, make your knees wobble, your hands begin to tremble. You want to reach out and touch something, anything, anybody, anybody's body. Oh, he drank the last of that Chablis. His eyes begin to cross. His knees begin to wobble and his hands begin to tremble. I had him then, baby. Didn't I, fellas? Oh, yeah. Wrong. Do you know, after that man sit there and drank all my wine and ate up all my hors d'oeuvres, the very next words that came from his lips went to the tune of this. I told you something was definitely wrong with that man. What other man do you know of that would sit up with a woman with a sexy red negligee on, and all he can think about doing is... Something is definitely wrong with that man. Oh, but what he don't know is his best friend, Big Bad John, that lives next door, told me, he said, Katie, listen, I've seen you hang that sexy red negligee on the line, and I can just imagine what you look like behind closed doors. So tomorrow morning, if Jimmy doesn't say something nice to you or about you, don't you fix no eggs, no bacon, no coffee, no biscuits. Don't you fix none of those things. You walk over to your piano, kick the seat back, turn the top back on that Yamaha, and then you look at him with one eye, and you sang him the blues like this.